Morning, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, subscribe to my channel. There's lots of 1/16 RC tank videos, some 1/6 videos, lots of stuff from our club too on my channel. There's well over 200 videos on there. So here we have my loose interpretation of the Black Prince. You can get into the detailed story. You can Google it and read all about it. But basically, what it was the British tried to take a 17-pounder gun and install it in a Churchill, but of course it wouldn't fit in the standard Churchill turret. So they had to improve it with a bigger turret, make the running gear heavier. They had to widen the hull, on and on and on. You can read all about it. But basically, this is what if. For this, I did do the changes down at the lower hull here to adding the heavier suspension. But what I couldn't do was add an extra road wheel, which it would have had on the regular Black Princes. Also, I used a Comet turret instead of the actual Black Prince turret. And the funny part about this, which I still haven't really figured out why, but I haven't really dug into it, is the commander's cupola is reversed with the loader's hatch. So it's on the opposite side on the Black Prince. I'm not sure why they did that. The other thing that was a big change to the Churchill, for those of you that have one, is the rear deck. The rear deck was completely modified and changed. Air intakes that used to be on the sides of the Churchill were moved up onto top here, as you can see. So anyway, this is my little beast, and so because it's a what if, I decided, and there were 6 prototypes made of the Black Prince. There's only one left in existence, and that's number 4 at Bovington. So what I decided to do was make mine a 1A. So in other words, my story is that they took a standard Churchill, they upgraded the running gear, they took an existing Comet turret design and put that on top. So without further ado, let's fire this up. So the on-off button is kind of neat. It's located under the driver's hatch. So you turn that on. We're working with a Clark TK50ESP board. This allows it for IR battles in our club here, which I'm going to test first. There you can see it. This is simulating machine gun fire against it. So another tank with the Clark board would be firing its machine gun, which sounds like that, and the impact sounds are that on the tank. And that's the effect when the main gun is fired at it. All right. So now we'll do some testing here. It also, this has the Churchill sounds on it. So there's the Bessa machine gun. And if you look down here close, it's faint, but it's there. You can actually see the gunfire. It looks a lot better in the real natural light. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is turn on the headlights, test those. So that's a big difference you can see too in the Tongde challenge, or the Tongde Churchill, is that the headlights are located on the outside. So I removed all that and put in the proper, like the Black Prince has here. Their tool equipment mounts were all back here too, whereas on the Churchill they're at the back. All right, so we're going to do some turret work. Now I adjusted this, changing. Nice part about using the radio, the IS6, the FSS IX6, is that you can adjust the endpoints. So when I first hooked this up, the turret rotated like really fast. So I put a resistor on it, but that still didn't even slow it down enough. So this is actually running at 40% of rotation speed, and that's full speed. And of course you can play with your stick and only do it partial, slow it down even more. So again, we did the machine guns. Sorry. We do engine start. That was the one thing about the Churchill too. It was very slow. It was underpowered. And when they built the Black Prince, they didn't even upgrade the motor, even though they added 10 tons to the weight. So it made it even slower. So again, you have the two turrets out. That's a coaxial machine gun. And that's main gun. So you can see that there's servo recoil mounted in there. Yeah, it's got a kind of a little bit of a goofy situation with just the way the recoil was set up in this 3D printed turret. It's got a dip to it when it does the recoil. I guess we should check the IR too. Let's take a little closer look at that. So when you fire a machine gun or the main gun, you'll get IR light up. So I'll have to check that. To engage the motor, that's to turn it off. Start it up again. To engage the motor, you actually have to engage the clutch. You can hear it clutch there. It does have elevation too. I just have to set it up on the Clark board, but it's servo. But I have to set it up properly so it moves smoother and up and down. And we've had this out of the box run up out of the field, and it really, really, really runs smooth. It's really nice tank. And the Churchill setup and the Black Prince had neutral steering. And what that means is that you can lock one track and rotate it. It'll sit still. So yeah, and it's pretty quiet. That's full speed. Runs nice. A little shaky though, the crew commander starts falling into the turret. And it has, you know, all the little hatches here open up. Side hatch opens up. I gotta magnetize this because when it runs and fires, this hatch actually blows open. So I'm gonna mount a magnet in that. So yeah. So there you have it. The What If Black Prince.